Lights out and away we go. We've got a reasonable launch off the line as we head up towards the first straightaway entry, so a lot can be done. We have found the gap down the inside and we are unbelievably up into P5. Fantastic start there. But we've cut the corner and got a 3-second time. I'm not sure why, because didn't get any warning before. Why we got a warning just for that, but we have got a warning. So, and to correct this, but Checo has managed to jump up our champion rival, which really is not what we need. So Daniel Checo is ahead of us. Moving on to lap 1, we're going to dive up inside. It's really good someone can do that, but we run too deep. But we are able to square off the corner. He actually hits us. So he finished the race in P8, but that is going to become P9. Well, what's up guys, it is Maxi Gaming HD here, back with the 17th installment of the Checo's Charge to Glory series. Here we are at Checo's home event at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, the first Mexican Grand Prix since 1992, where Checo will obviously want to put on a show for his home fans. So, without further ado, let's go in to the qualifying report. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez was packed with fans as qualifying for the first Mexican Grand Prix since 1992 was about to get underway. It was little surprise to see the two Mana Marushas of Will Stevens and Roberto Merhi look out the back row. Ahead of them was the two McLarens of Jenson Button and Fernando Alonso, once again a disappointing qualifying from McLaren Honda. Felipe Nasser was pleased with 12th, whilst Marcus Ericsson could only manage 16th. Carlos Sainz Jr. put in a good performance to qualify 11th, whilst Max Verstappen qualified 15th. Romain Grosjean endured a fantastic session as he made Q3. The home hero Sergio Perez impressed and he was able to qualify in 2nd for Force India. As it's a high speed track, Red Bull were always going to struggle and they could only manage 8th and 9th respectively. Just ahead of them were the two Williams, who qualified in 6th and 7th. For the first time in a while, Vettel outqualified his teammate Raikkonen, surprisingly. Whilst it was Nico Rosberg who took pole position for Mercedes and comes a step closer to securing the title. So taking a look at the grid then, Felipe Nasser qualified in 12th while Hulkenberg couldn't match the pace of his teammates. Romain Grosjean rounded out the top 10 behind the two Red Bulls and the two Williams. Raikkonen qualified in 5th behind Vettel. Hamilton qualified in 3rd, the home hero Sergio Perez qualified in 2nd with Rosberg on pole position. So, here we are, sitting on the grid at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. We are on the prime tyre, considering that worked so well in Singapore. We have the lights in Mexico. Lights out and away we go. And we get an okay launch, but the cars behind seem to have got a much better launch than us. We've already been swamped by Lewis Hamilton going into the first corner. And we've got two Ferraris either side of us. And we get pushed into Raikkonen by Vettel. And Raikkonen spins trying to rejoin the track. That wasn't our fault because basically Vettel kind of pushed us into Raikkonen. Got him wide. But we are in 4th, so we don't care. We don't have any penalties or anything. As you can see, it's Vettel and the two Mercedes ahead. But we are likely to have quite a pace disadvantage at the moment because we're on the prime tyres. But it worked so well in Singapore, so we're going to try to see if we can make it work. But as you can see, here you've got Valtteri Bottas, who is trying to make the move stick on us as we head into the first corner. He has managed to draft past us, but we have the inside and we're able to hold it around the outside and we are ahead of Valtteri Bottas. As you can see, now heading down the second DRS straight. No DRS yet, but he's still got a good run. Obviously the straight on speed of that Williams is immense.
There's 50 kilos of fuel left.
We once again are able to hold it around the outside and are able to keep the position. So, now moving on to lap 3, as you can see, Valtteri Bottas draft past us once more. We try to get back through. At this point we think we've lost it, but he oversteers a lot on the exit of turn 3, and we have the run heading up towards turns 4, 5 and 6. We're going to lunge it up the inside, a very optimistic lunge. We try hard not to make contact with him. He tries to cut us off, but he is through up into 4th place. But we have the run now with DRS enabled, now down towards turn 1 on lap 4, and we have made that move stick, so we are back into 4th place. It's been a fairly interesting race so far, and you can see we just cannot shake Bottas off. I mean, he's a bit further behind here, but with DRS he's still gonna have the run heading into turn 1, and he is gonna go for the move down the inside where we brake way too early. He's done it with ease. We're gonna try to hold it around the outside, but we just cannot do it. So now moving on to the end of lap 7, and you can see he's going very slowly. What's he doing? He's trying to pit when we're alongside. He's spun. Serve you right, Bottas, for trying to pit when we're alongside. You should have really backed out. Then you wouldn't have spun. But he is the person that lost out from it. I mean, we lost about half a second because we had to back off. But we don't care. So we're into the pits. And this is for a set of option tyres. Having done a good first stint on the Prime. So we exit the pits now. You've got a few cars going through. You've got Raikkonen going through. But we're going to see what we can do from here. You see, we're behind Jenson Button in the McLaren, who hasn't stopped yet. He is really holding us up. We eventually get through. We did actually have to track extend a little bit there. Not much happened in that stint, apart from that. So we head into the pits on lap 15 for another set of the option tyre. But it's been a reasonable race so far. Could have been better. As you can see, we're going to exit at the moment behind Massa, but on the grippier tyre. And they still have their prime stint to go. Whilst we're on the prime stint, then we're going to change the option. As you can see, Vettel drafts past us, heading up towards the first corner. You see, now moving on to lap 20. Here behind Vettel, going into the final section of the lap. And he's trying to do exactly what Bottas did. And this time, what is he doing? He just spins us. He just completely cut across. We could do nothing. And we spin as well. So now looking at the replay, as you're about to see here, he just completely cuts across. And we spin. Just absolutely nothing we could do there. We kind of had to pull alongside because he was going so slowly into the final corner. But we've lost a lot of time there. As you can see, we're temporarily in the lead before our third pit stop. Now pitting for a set of option tyres. This is not our last stop because we will have to do another stop even if we change to the primes. They will not last 11 laps, so we can change to the options. We exit the pits. As you can see, behind Ricciardo and Rosberg as well. So Ricciardo is still yet to stop, so we're not really racing him. As you can see, now we're right behind Nico Rosberg in the battle, which is actually going to become the battle for second place. Now heading into turn 4, we're going to try and fight our way around the outside, and we have made that move stick. Great move there from Checo. We are up into second place, but Rosberg is in a very fast car despite being on older tyres, and he's just able to draft past us heading up the main straight. Now heading into turn 1, we're going to try to fight our way around the outside. We're going to be side by side down the second DRS straight, but he has DRS, we don't, and he is going to have the high ground. going into turn 4. As you can see, now heading up towards the stadium section, we are going to see if we can nose ahead, and we do. So we are ahead of Nico Rosberg, but we do have that main straight still to go, in what really has been an interesting battle for supremacy. We were just looking behind to see if he was going to fit, and we get actually really distracted, really compromises our exit. And he's going to have DRS. He's definitely within striking range, considering where Bottas was earlier in the race. And he's going to easily get through down the inside into the first corner. As you can see, now moving on to lap 30. And we've both pitted for our final scheduled stop. And this will be for another set of the option tyre. As you can see, he comes into the pits. And we have exited the pits. We're still behind him, mind you. But
okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit.
As you can see,
if you cross over into the track.
Ricciardo is ahead of us. I mean, he's yet to stop, but he could be a massive factor. So we do, if we want to get past Rosberg, we will need to clear Ricciardo quickly. But we get a much better exit off of turn 3, and we are up into P3. Unfortunately, we couldn't close onto Nico Rosberg, but still, a podium on home soil was absolutely fantastic. We round the final corner, and Sergio Perez takes his second podium of the season at his home track in Mexico. We have taken third place on Checo's home soil in Mexico. The fans went absolutely wild as their man crossed the line to finish in third, despite quite a few things, despite a spin as a result of contact from Vettel. What a weird result, as you can see there. Both McLarens in the points. So obviously, though, it was a crazy race one. As you can see, we are now ahead of Danny Kvyat in the standings, and by 9 points as well. I think Ricciardo, to be honest, I think the chances of being able to catch him are pretty small. Force India are confirmed for 5th in the Constructors' standings. There's no way Toro Rosso can catch us, or that we can beat Red Bull. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week for the penultimate episode of the Checo's Chance to Glory series. Goodbye.